Welcome, one and all. I'm Decoy, and I got something special for you today because one of my subs had a birthday, and we couldn't just let that slide. We had to do something special. We had to have a Fallout birthday party because why not? So I got this crazy idea that, hey guys, you know what we should do? We should try to build a birthday cake, a giant one, like a house that's a birthday cake. It'd be awesome. And that effectively became my job. And I have never built a round structure. And I gotta say, it is quite tedious. Maybe it was only tedious because it was my first try. But wow, you gotta have some patience to make that thing work. But in the end, I think it was completely worth it. And while I was focusing on building the house, one of my other subs was out here decorating. They all know who they are. Everybody knows who they are. But I'll try to keep some of you on the down low, just to be nice. Of course, the centerpiece for the cake had to be power armor. I mean, that is an awesome statue for the centerpiece. And of course, we had the giant red rocket sign out there for festivities. And inside the cake, we all just kind of took creative liberties decorating however we saw fit. There was no method to the madness of the inside of the cake. You just do whatever you want. Anything goes in the cake. What happens in the cake stays in the cake. That was the rule that apparently nobody mentioned. So after about 2 hours of building, we finally invited the birthday boy to come on over to the party. And I gotta say, we had a fairly decent turnout for the group that was online at the time. I think if we would have held it a little bit later into the evening, we would have had a bigger turnout. But overall, I think it worked out. I mean, I really can't complain about it. So I do need to give a special thank you to everybody that got to participate in the party and showed up and did their part. Every one of you is awesome. And I'm sure Burner appreciated it. Now, I do want to say that if you're thinking about doing this, make sure you go into it with plenty of supplies. Because that's something I kind of failed to do. I burnt through all my supplies and I had to go run around scrounging up more. But it was an awesome experience. And then eventually we did let the birthday boy fire off the rocket a couple times. The downside to the rocket is he has to deal damage to it, so he couldn't be on our team. And then eventually he had to be murdered. Happy birthday! We're gonna shoot you in the face. But I think I think he's happy with it. He got to fire off the rocket. Not many people get to do that anymore. It's a little bit of a special experience. So in the end, we took a ton of photos. We spent a lot of time in photo mode to commemorate the occasion. And full recording of this was almost an hour long of just the party. And I managed to cut it down to this just to make it a little bit more bearable, because there was a lot of time just standing there in photo mode, waiting on everybody to get their photos they wanted. But again, thank you to everybody that participated in this. Happy birthday to you, Burner, again, even though it's going to be past your birthday by the time this is up. And to the rest of you, I hope you got some sort of inspiration from this. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.